ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Stonehearth Alpha 20. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because the people of New Nerdingham, these little hearthlings, are certainly having a wonderful time. Or rather, they're having a mostly content time. That said, we have a few people that are working on defending us. We have quite a few people down here in the quarry, and we do, of course, have our two buildings here. We have our sleeping and dining quarters, and then this beautiful thing, the storage and crafting building, which I absolutely adore, which did take a while to build in the previous episode, but that's totally fine. That is totally fine, because it's done, it's dusted, and like I said, it's beautiful. So today, I think it's probably going to be a good idea to, number one, continue with the mining operation. It's going to take a little while to get a lot deeper in this, but I think it's going to be worth doing because it means that we are going to have more stone. I would also like to... interesting. Invaders approaching from over here. It is a stoneling. Shouldn't really be too much of a problem. We'll send the defensive force off to deal with it. So they're heading over to attack it, and it's actually taking a bit of a beating. Good thing we have the cleric, to be honest. Really good thing we have the cleric there, because this guy would have actually been killed by this thing. So that's worrying, is what that is. That is actually kind of worrying. That's sort of... He just went in through the window. I bloody knew they did that. I knew they did that. I don't like that they do that. We're going to need to do something about it. Oh, we have a bow. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Right. Piat, you cannot be promoted because you need to be level 3. Okay. That's totally fine, though. That is totally fine. Can we get a blacksmith? Is that a thing we can do? Can we go to... How do we get a blacksmith? I've completely forgotten. So if we go to you, for example, change jobs, a blacksmith is this, which needs a blacksmith's hammer crafted by the mason. The mason is incapable of doing it because we don't actually have copper ore. Okay, that's fine. That's no big deal. I mean, it's a bit of a big deal, but for the most part, it's no real big deal. Now, it looks like these guys are going to be starting to carve out the mountain here, which is fair enough. That's going to get us a bit of stone. I am still interested in getting them to go the whole way in there, because that is a big mining job they have to do there, but that's just for the sake of, you know, having some tunnels through there. It doesn't really make any sense to have all that there, but that's going to get us some resources regardless, and we could use the resources, so I'm keen to see the tunnels there finished. And it actually looks like we're going to need to get rid of this ladder here and go and put in the proper ladder for that space. So there we go. We'll get that in. That'll get these guys out of the quarry there. And then once they're done digging all of that, we can go ahead and get them to go another level down. So, I am thinking we need to bring the population up, and we definitely need to make sure that our hearthlings are strong. My plan is to keep the goblins happy, because that makes life so much easier for me. But we are still going to have miscellaneous and random attacks coming our way, so we need to keep the goblins happy. We need to be strong. We need to be safe. I'm definitely thinking this building is less safe than I wanted it to be. So what I'd like to do is move the camp standard into here. So it's going to be inside there. And if I hit alert mode, what happens? I mean, hold on for a minute. First off, I need to move the standard itself into the other building. But upon doing that, once it's in position, which for some reason they aren't interested in doing, I guess they're going to go eat, that's fine. That makes sense, but it would be really nice if they'd get on with moving the camp standard. There we go. So once it's in position, I hit alert mode, and they all run into that building. Perfect. That's fine. That's all I wanted to know, because they can't go in the windows in this building because they're a lot smaller. So this building's a bit vulnerable, but it's not too big of a deal because that's not the building they run to if they're in trouble. So that's totally okay. Also, there's a couple of goblins going through the camp at the moment. That's That's an interesting sight, seeing the goblin just wandering through camp there. They're wandering through camp because they're going to light the fire over here. But I don't know why the other... I mean, I guess the goblins are just switching up a little bit. Because one of the other goblins is coming over to light the fire here, this little guy. That's really, really strange. I don't know why the goblins have decided to do that, but apparently they have. Anyway, like I was saying, we need strength here in New Nerdingham. So we do need to get the blacksmith to make the we need a blacksmith, basically. We need the mason to make the blacksmith's hammer, is what I was trying to say there. And once we get that, I think we'll be okay. Because then we can make better stuff, we can make armor, we can make all that stuff. I think we will need a weaver as well. But we should be okay. I sincerely hope we'll be okay. I'm also thinking it might be an idea to get another sleeping quarters on the go. Because we do need one. There's only 10 beds and we have 14 people. We might have 15 in a second. So I'm kind of tempted to just duplicate this building. I know that's not as exciting as going and designing something completely new, but it kind of makes sense to just duplicate this and be like, yeah, well, why not? Because I can just throw it there and it'll look cool having two of those right beside each other. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to duplicate the building. It's another place for them to eat as well, so... yeah, let's just duplicate it. It's going to look nice having two of them. They look like fancy houses, basically. So, yeah, let's build it. Start construction on that. Get it done. Let's get another place for people to sleep. A goblin with a fancy hat's back. He wants... oh, that's easy. That's super easy. We've got both of those. Yeah, we're fine. All right, so the goblin with a fancy hat can have whatever he wants when he comes back. Daily update. We have the food, we don't have the net worth. But we will have the net worth once we get this building done and once we mine more things. So this really shouldn't take too long to do. We've got a lot of people working on this right now. And Rufus is back with wares to sell. I'm actually gonna... oh, what was it we needed? Was it copper? I think it was. I'm gonna buy 2 bits of copper. I'm gonna sell these chests. I'm gonna sell this fine wooden chair. And we have a couple of things that we need to place there. So let's go into this facility over here. We're going to want to place this down for the mason. So that can go like that. Then this needs to go in the cook. That's the cook's area. Well, that was a mistake. That's fine. We will, we can move this in a second. That's only going to take a second to move over to this space where it's supposed to be. The cook apparently has an unexpected thing in his preparation area. So let's get this moved over into the mason's space just there. Then we can move this into the correct space as well once the thing has been moved, whatever it's called. Who's actually... oh, you're going to do it. Okay. So you've packed that up and then that can go there. And we're good. There we go. Beautiful. So now the mason can get on with making whatever... she seems to be making. And can we not get a blacksmith, is my question. Because I would absolutely adore having a blacksmith. So, who would be good at... who's good at mine? You're good at mine. Monty. Monty? Monty? I don't remember getting a Monty. Gonna be honest. Change jobs. Blacksmith. Beautiful. We can also get a trapper. Okay. Right. Blacksmith, definitely. And someone with high spirit to be... Trevion, I guess. You can be a trapper. That's going to make life so much easier for us. So, let's get all this done. Let's get everybody into their new jobs. The trapper can have an area in a second. The blacksmith needs to get an anvil. Problem is, we don't have tin ingots. We don't have any tin or copper ore, which is definitely a problem. Get me a blacksmith's forge. Get me a blacksmith's anvil. Then maintain, eventually, a stock of 10 copper ingots. Maintain a stock of 10 tin ingots as well. Then we are going to want bronze too. We're also going to want things like a knight's shield, for sure, which can be made from iron. We'll want those eventually, but iron is a level 2 thing, so we'll not worry about it too much. We're going to want some weapons, such as a bronze mace. At some point, an iron mace as well would be good. I think we'll just put in like an order for 2 of those. Pause the game. Pause. We'll deal with the attack in a second. I want to deal with my orders first. Craft me, like, 2 of those. Craft me 2 of those at some point. Craft me 2 of those at some point as well. Now that's for a knight. That's a steel short sword. But these are all different level things as well. So I kind of just want 2 of everything. Because I think what it'll do is, number 1, give us stuff to sell at some point. But it's also going to constantly give my Hearthlings options as they're leveling up. And it's kind of the same with everything. I want them to be able to get like bronze breastplates. So get me like 2 of those. That's for a cleric. So we're going to want... I'm going to get 2 of them because I might have 2 clerics at some point. A bronze shield is going to be useful. Again, just 2 of everything. So we'll get all the helmets. Bronze helmet is a level 3 thing for a footman. Iron is level 4. That's fine. And again, like I said, it's a bunch of stuff that we can just sell. And that's totally fine. So, steel circlets as well. Man, we have so much work we're going to have to do. Then this is plate mail for knights. Which, again, totally fine. Level 2 knights can wear that. Level 3 knights can wear silver. And level 3 knights can wear silver again. And then that as well. So that's a pretty big list of stuff. That's a huge list of stuff needing made there. But that's okay. So where's this attack coming in from? Over there. It's another one of those. Interesting. All right. Let's queue up the counterattack, which is going ahead quite nicely. These guys definitely aren't very good. Who's getting attacked? Which one of you guys is actually... Are neither of you wearing any protective gear? No, you're both wearing protective gear. That's fine. Okay. Cleric level 2. What does that do? Minor strength. Good. That's a slight buff. And your health's up. All right. No problem. Job done. So that guy's going to get healed up. No problem. Is this building nearly done already? Yeah, it's getting there. Definitely getting there. Not bad to see. Now let's go and look through the building here again, because we do need to place the thing for the blacksmith. The blacksmith, I guess, going to go in here. Sure. That's going to have to do. The blacksmith can go right in there. And the other stuff for the blacksmith can be got eventually. Because again, we just have a lot of mining to do. We really do need to get into mining a lot of stuff properly. But whilst they're doing construction, they're not really gonna. They'll prioritize the construction over the mining, especially when we actually have the materials that we need to do the mining. So, yeah, they'll be at this for a little bit. But I'm not too worried, because thus far we seem to be defending ourselves well. We seem to be just doing some good stuff. We seem to be okay. Which I can totally get behind. So I really can't complain. My blacksmith, of course, probably can complain. My blacksmith can't actually do anything. Because they, he, she, he. Oh, he's actually really happy. He's merry. Monty, what's got you merry? What's up, you? Oh, you're barely merry. Oh, your pioneering spirit's probably what's helping. You don't like the cramped environment. Oh, so the environment does. The environment does have an effect. Interesting. Okay, that kind of makes me want to, man, see when we move to the island, I'm totally building as many people as I can, like a little individual home. With like individual storage or something. I think that'd be really nice. He's down to being content, that's fine. That really isn't a big deal at all. That's totally fine. Trader approaches town. 5 wooden doors for 2 large crates. Nah, I'm good, mate. Thank you very much. I would say it's hugely appreciated, but it's appreciated. Let's not get carried away. Here's your stuff, Mr. Goblin. Enjoy. There is no need for violence. No need for anything of the sort. We have the food. We have the net worth. Let's accept that. And Cave-in Labam, or Labam. We're going to go with Labam. Welcome. Are you good at anything? Mind isn't terrible. Your mind definitely isn't terrible. Which is nice. So you're going to head off and you're going to do what? You're just having a run around? Is that what you're doing? Just having a look? Just being a bit nosy? Certainly seems like it. Get to work. There we go. Are they putting the roof on this? Oh, they're taking the scaffolding down so they can actually go ahead and put the roof up on this. Okay. So the building is nearly done. Yeah, the beds are in. The table has to go in. The lights have to go in. But for the most part, the building is more complete than incomplete. So that's totally fine by me. Who are you? Oh, you're my trap. Oh, my trapper doesn't have any work, does he? Interesting. And I do believe, yeah, trappers can be promoted to shepherds eventually. A shepherd can domesticate wild animals and harvest them for food and materials, which seems to me the trapper snares capture and harvests small critters. So yeah, it seems like a farmer is basically a more efficient trapper. We do need to get a trapper's area set up. So let's get that done. I'm going to say over here, I think. Just get a big area like that. And go for it. Let's just get the trapper working. I totally forgot that he wasn't actually set to have an area to work in, so. I mean, it sucked to be him for a little while, basically. Carpenter level 6. Not bad at all. They're working on the mine. Is the building done? I guess we just didn't have stone or something. I don't know. Either way, we should have plenty of it now. I'd also like to go ahead and mark out another mining space for all of this. So up to there. And all of that as well. Can all be mined out. And hopefully, eventually, we are going to get some stone. Because it's certainly taking a little while at the moment. But I imagine we will. We'll eventually... I mean, there's actually a fair bit of stone in that little bit already. I think we're getting there. I think we might be getting there. There's a bit of a ladder in for them as well. Alright, so my trapper has set some traps over here. Hasn't caught anything yet, but that's no big deal. The roof is going on this quite nicely. So yeah, now we have plenty of places for people to sleep, which is great. We have a trapper working. We have this all being mined out. We've actually got to stone, which means we're getting some iron, silver, and copper. Which means that the blacksmith is soon going to be able to work. Which is very exciting stuff. We have a potter's cutter as well. Totally forgot about that. Is the food off? Oh yeah, the food is actually off. Interesting. Why hasn't that been moved? I guess we haven't really had time to haul it. I've kept them busy. I mean, fair enough. Oh, hello. There's a little goblin heading through. I guess he's off to light the fire at the other camp. I am noticing. It seems like there's getting to be more goblins, which is a bit worrying. Definitely a little bit worrying, especially since they're so close, but I mean, we're keeping them happy, so we're probably all right. There is probably nothing to worry about there. How deep have you guys gone there? Not too deep, that's fine. Is any of this going to get moved? I mean, there's no way we're out of storage space, right? Inventory... Yeah, we can hold... We have more space in there than we can actually hold as a town, so we are fine. Simple merchant has arrived. Don't think I'm interested. I'll take, I guess, a small wall banner for the new building. And then I'll sell the fine windows. I'll also sell the fine lanterns. I don't know why we have this. Why do we have 15 bales of wheat? Oh, because we grew wheat. That would make sense. Fine wooden chair, let's sell that. A fine dining table, sell that as well. Okay. Oh, we finally have the anvils. That's beautiful. We have the food, we have the net worth, take a 16th. Trevion Joville. I'm pretty sure we've got 2 people called Trevion at this point. But that's fine. Let's get the banner just up there like that. That's not actually as high up as the other one, but that's not a big deal. Let's just go and throw in the anvil, because we are going to want to get some stuff going for the blacksmith. So get that in there. And we can finally start getting to the point where we can make some cool stuff. Wait, what? You already joined. Tayden Walden, what? Why is it telling me that you've... Why was it telling me that he joined? That's a bit weird. Bit out of nowhere. It's like, hey, I've joined New Nerdingham. You've been here for weeks, mate. I don't know what you're talking about. Honestly, got no idea. Very strange that gave me that that heads up. Oh, it looks like we are still moving stuff from here into storage, which is nice. Means that the food might not go off as quickly. I am noticing we don't have any of the tables made there, though. I don't suppose we're out of wood, by any chance. Inventory, that's the items we have. That's the resort. We do still have wood. We don't have as much as I'd like, though. So I think I'd like to slow the game down for a second, and I'm going to start chopping out wood from this forest. And just resources in general. Because I do think we could use a bit more wood. So we'll chop all that down. We'll harvest all of this as well, because we might as well. It's, you know, free resources. Might as well get them. I'll go harvest stuff from this area too, right next to the goblins, just to completely strip that area bare. And I'll harvest all of that as well. So that's a lot of work to do, but it'll be done eventually. Probably. Uh-oh. What have we got? A giant wolf. Right. That giant wolf is probably going for the people down here. But I think we'll be fine, because it has to go the whole way around. And I think, where are my warriors? There they are. Yeah, they're going to get to it first. That's fine. So a giant wolf apparently takes a lot of damage. But again, my cleric seems to be doing enough work that it's nothing to worry about. So that's good. Things are definitely going well on the defensive front. Footman level 3 is also really good news. You guys can still get out of there. That's no problem. Yeah, Footman level 3 is very, very good news. Very happy to hear about that. And let me see. What's the blacksmith up to then? So the blacksmith is... I mean, I don't know what the blacksmith is actually working on, because the blacksmith is... Okay, here's a better question. Where is me blacksmith? So there's me blacksmith. You are feeling a bit of minor strength from the cleric being nearby. So what are you off to do now? You're taking that into storage, and you don't actually seem to be working. So I assume you can't because of this mining operation right here, and they are also now stuck down in that mine. So let's break that and get a new one. All right. So yeah, I assume... Oh, you're doing that as well. Yeah, they're definitely stuck down there. Not stuck. That's not even what I meant to talk about. The blacksmith is definitely not doing anything. That's what I meant to talk about, not the fact that these guys are, or briefly were stuck in the mine. Hello, New Nerdingham! You want 3 comfy beds or 3 iron... Ooh, if we could make 3 comfy beds, I would probably take that. I would probably take that deal in a heartbeat if we could make 3 comfy beds. Unfortunately, we can't, so we won't, basically. Me carpenter's working well. I would really like to see the blacksmith doing stuff, but we just... The mining thing, mining's not really working out for us. We have a bunch of stuff in here. We've actually just left it there, which is kind of annoying, if anything. But eventually I reckon we'll find some stuff down here. Because this area's got a lot more stone in it than it usually does. So I assume eventually we will be able to get some good resources from in here. I mean, if we can't, then this is just a good supply of stone. Oh, what do you want this time? Oak logs and 2 small healing... Oh, God, right. I think Yeah, we can do both, but that's worrying because it means we are possibly in need of a herbalist. Can we get another hearthling? We actually can. Okay, that's 17. Not bad. We have Vio. Or Vio in verse. That's an interesting name. Vio, Vio, Vio. I assume Vio. It's a nice name. I like it. I am a fan. I am definitely a fan. I don't know. Names are a weird thing to compliment, I feel. Because it's something like, granted, I was going to say it's something that you don't generally control. I mean, you can control your name. You can go and legally change it. But it's still, I guess, a weird thing to compliment in a way. But it doesn't make sense to say it's not something you can control, because that's kind of like your looks. It's like, hey, you look really nice. In general, it's like, oh, you're really beautiful just naturally. That's not something, like that's... Yeah, my argument's completely invalid there. The point I was getting to, is that there's some nice names out there. That's where I was going with that. There are some nice names out there, like Vio is a nice name, if that's actually a real name. One of my personal favorite names is Lyndon. I like the name Lyndon for some reason. I met an Australian guy in the street a couple of months ago. He was is it a Jehovah's Witness or a Mormon? I think it's I don't remember if it was Jehovah. It was a Mormon, I think. I can't remember which it was, but he was here from Australia on basically a mission, and he was like, he's in the street talking to people and getting to know people. And I want to, like, I'm gonna, all right, I don't want to get too, like, real on this. I'm not religious, and I told the guy this. Like, I said, I'm not religious. But I have a deep respect for people that are. I don't think it's right to ever say that your beliefs are wrong unless your beliefs are truly horrific, in which case, sure. It's like, hey, I want to do all these terrible things. That's not right. Anyway, that's getting a little bit too real. The point is, I wound up speaking with this guy for like 60 minutes about like video games and stuff and just life, and like his name was Lyndon, and yeah, Lyndon is a really, it's a good name. I like it. That's where I was going with that, basically. I got a bit real for a second, and then was like, oh yeah, let's get back to the point of the story, which is that Lyndon's a cool name. So let's also go ahead and continue the mining operations here. So we'll get that done. And I realize that my continued mining operations here are the reason that we're not mining elsewhere. But, you know, that's fine. Probably. It's probably fine. It's not really fine at all. Let's get the ladder that they're going to need to get out of there. So let's just throw it there. There we go. So they can log it out of there, which is good news. They're also mining this very, very quickly. But it is just stone. I think we're going to leave the quarry alone for a while. I think leaving the quarry alone after this this level is probably a good idea. In fact, you know what? Let's just pause the quarry. Let's just say suspend mining and get them to leave the quarry, get them to go elsewhere, and get back to mining this side. Because this actually has resources in it that we can use. Resources that are useful, for example. So I think we'll get that all mined out and hope for the best. In fact, what I'm going to do is expand the mining on this. So we're going to bring a bit off of there. Just going all the way to there. Then a bit off of there. Going all the way to that point. And a bit going like that. And a bit going all the way over like that. And you might be asking yourself, why aren't you connecting them through? Well, that's quite simply because I want them to still have to use the main tunnels to get around. But what this does is just opens up more areas for resources. Basically. That's basically what I'm doing. Just opening up more areas for resource gathering. So we'll go over like this a bit. We'll go over like that as well, I suppose. And we'll just get a lot of strips of oh, that didn't work. That was a mistake. That's ruined my pattern is what that's done. That has yeah, that's ruined my pattern. I don't think I can undo that either. Cancel task. Clear. That clears items. No, I've committed to that. Alright. Great. Just great. Let's just mine out that whole space. That's kind of annoying. Alright. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not going to continue my pattern there, actually. That's kind of dumb. There's no point continuing the pattern down there because there's not really anything valuable in that area. What I can do is continue up like this, though. And we'll just do a bunch of strips up that way. Because why not? And we can hopefully get a bunch of valuable resources. Oh, I did it again. Get a bunch of valuable resources from up here, I guess. That one's actually 3 wide, which is... Wait, what have I done? What have I done? Oh, you know what? You know what? Forget it. I'm just doing this. I'm just mining it all out. I don't care anymore. Just mine the whole thing. I'll keep my pattern in here. That's fine. But then... can't believe I just did that. Honestly, can't believe I just managed to do that. What do you want? There you go. Okay, so the goblin's happy. We don't have the food by 1, and we don't have the net worth. That's fine. Okay, so that goes around like this, like that, all the way around to there. So mine that out, and then just, like, mine a bit out there as well, I guess. Might as well. We've committed to this. We can actually bring that up a little bit as well. To bring it into line with everything else we're doing here, because apparently we're making something that looks pretty, as opposed to mining stuff out for the sake of, you know, mining it out. That needs to go there. We're just gonna mine out a huge area. It's gonna be ridiculous. I honestly can't imagine how long this is gonna take, but it's gonna get us resources, and that's what we need. So enjoy, Hearthling. Singular Hearthling that's gonna be mining that out for the rest of eternity. Hope you have a great time. Also, Mason, let's have you make 4 of these. Since we do have tunnel entrances, you could also, we could queue that up, but I think I'll skip out on that. I guess the good news is that we are going to get a lot of resources from this, and that the blacksmith can actually do some work here. So that's fine. There is work that can be done, and I think that's going to be super important. It's just going to be a while before we have all of the resources that we're going to need. Now, Mason level 5 has been achieved. That's not bad at all. Let's go and get the doors and throw them into position. So that door is going to go there. And that door is going to go there. Monty is blacksmith level 1. Beautiful. That's what I like to see. Is this side open yet? It is. Not bad. Not bad at all. Throw the door just there. All right. So we're going to have a bunch of doors leading into the mine. That's no problem. I'm also pretty sure that now that the blacksmith leveled up, we can actually start making these. Yes. Good. Good. I realize we haven't told the blacksmith to start making bronze ingots, though, so maybe maintain like 10 of those, if you can. Yeah, maintain like 10 of those at all times. But that is like a top priority as well. Although that maybe shouldn't... I feel like the maintain ones shouldn't be top priorities because they will they'll constantly go back to maintaining stuff every time they make something else, but we'll do it anyway. What was the alert we had there? I have no idea. There was something popped up, but I didn't really see it properly, so guess we're not going to worry about that too much. Oh, well, the doors are on. Beautiful. They look pretty cool. I do like having the tunnel doors there. I don't like having goblins there, but we don't really have much we can do about that at the moment, so we'll not complain too much. A trader approaches. What have you got for me? Trapper's not a chance. I mean, I could do it. I could absolutely make a couple of trapper's knives, but you're not getting them, basically. I'll get my my blacksmith's leveling up. It'll be fine. My blacksmith can make us cool stuff. And then who's going to be laughing? Answer, me. Because I'll have made the cool stuff and not had to buy it. Which, oh, hello. Invaders approaching. Feral wolves. That's actually slightly concerning because the feral wolves are close to a group of my hearthlings. My fighters are over there. So leg it, basically. And let's have the fighter deal with them. And now that the fighters are dealing with them, we can actually let everybody off the hook. Not off the hook is the wrong phrase, but you know what I mean. Footman level 3 was achieved there as well, which is beautiful. So there we go. Fighting's done. They're all heading out to collect stuff. I I would rather you did some mining, but that's probably fine. Cleric level 3 as well is pretty cool. None of the notifications are updating, so I don't actually get to see what the Cleric level 3 thing does. Let's have a look. More info. Attributes? No. Equipment? No. Backpack? No. Job abilities. So, at level 3. Level 1, healing aura. Level 2, minor strength. Level 3, increased compassion for increased direct healing. Okay. Level 4 is healing aura power and radius increased. Good. Level 5 is greatly improving the muscle of those around them. And level 6 is mastered the art of healing. Okay. So what does a herbalist do then? Level 0 is can attend to 2 hurt hearthlings at a time. Level 1 is channeling the spirits of the forest, gains natural regeneration, willpower, and diligence is increased. That is skillful enough to use materials created by the other crafters. Level 3 is Herbalist's medical prowess, increases the effectiveness by 50%. And level 4 is Herbalist can now attend up to 4 hearthlings at a time. Okay. Well, I mean, I feel like the Cleric is just much more efficient. Admittedly, the goblins did want some potions, so having a Herbalist early on was apparently a very good idea. But, I'm wondering how long I can keep this piece going with the goblins. Because I feel like there is a point where I'm just going to have to say no, and I'm going to have to put up with them, and by that I mean put up with the fighting. It's just that I kind of don't want to. I mean, I don't want to play a straight peaceful game. I like the random things. I like the random attacks. What I don't like is that the goblin thing is actually sort of a story, and that eventually the goblins will most likely overwhelm you. That said, I've got 17 hearthlings, and this is like, what, part 3 of the series? I think it took me a much longer time to get 17 hearthlings in my previous series, I think. I don't actually remember. But I feel like it did. So I feel like I've got a stronger start here. I also didn't have... Oh, what do you want? So... Ogo Skullbunker, Chief of Chiefs to be, calls us back to him. Time to go home. Show him tribute. If you're lucky, maybe we're back. So, you're leaving. So, this, for me, to remember friendship. Goodbye. What did you give me? Oh! You gave me a giant bone mace. Okay, is anyone actually going to equip the giant bone mace? Do we have a level 4 footman, is my question? Are they... So they're gone? No, I get level 3 footman. That's fine. So the goblins have actually left. But there is now a giant zombie over there defending whatever's in that big chest. So... Is that... I mean, I assume the goblins can come back. One would assume that the goblins can come back. But if that's a way to do things... That's actually really cool. So there is like an alternative thing there where like the goblins will leave you alone for a while. I like that a lot, actually. That is really nice. That's a really cool thing. I really, really do like that. So you're coming over here to restore the terrain. Is this guy going to attack you? No, he's actually scared. And you are straight up restoring the terrain. Okay, I feel like that's a complete waste of time. There's not the resources to do it. Unless we've got the dirt, but I don't know if we do. I really don't care for restoring the terrain there, to be honest. I was curious to see what that did, and it didn't do anything exciting, so there we go. I'm also aware of the fact that mining all of this out is completely pointless, because there's nothing of value in most of that terrain. There is over here. There's definitely stuff of value in these areas. But a lot of what I've told them to mine here doesn't have much of value in it. Still, let's see what the blacksmith's up to. The blacksmith has actually made one of the bronze maces, which is good news. That is actually very good news. Does one of my footmen have... Yeah, we do. We've got one of my footmen with a bronze mace. Not bad. Not bad at all. So you're going to hit a little bit harder. And you're now heading off to do what? Eat, I assume? What's this? 3 iron pikes, and you'll be back you'll give me 6 leather-bound chests. No, I'm alright, mate. Thank you very much. I hear a noise. Hold on a minute. I definitely heard a noise. I think it might have been the zombie. I don't know. You won't have heard it in the video. It was very, very quiet, but one of the things to do when playing this game... Oh, what are you seriously still working on that? One of the things to do when playing this game is always listen out for noises, because you can often hear enemies before you see them, and I did definitely hear this zombie from quite far away, and it was definitely the zombie. Let's go kill the zombie. We might as well. We'll go kill the zombie, and we'll see what happens. I actually want to send my soldiers to there for a second, just to get them all grouped together, because they are currently not. So go kill the zombie. Shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, giant zombies getting absolutely destroyed. So there we go. And then we got some loot from that, which was gold ore, copper ingot, and thick leather vest. So that's certainly better than nothing. And, I mean, the mining operation is... It's a slow one, is what it is. I think it's fair to say. It's definitely a bit of a slow one. But, I mean, they've put a good dent in it. I just really kind of wish I had kept with the regular pattern than what I've done there, but whatever. That's totally fine. These guys are doing some good holing as well. So, for the most part, I would say, considering the goblins have now gone, and considering we are apparently not under threat from much more than the random events, I would say things have gone exactly the way I want them to. Exactly the thing I was complaining about has not gone away, which is that you have to deal with the goblins. And now we just have the random events, such as the zombies skeleton, the 2 zombies in the skeleton there. Yeah, that's fine. No, I'm totally okay with that. I'm actually really, really happy with that. Well, ladies and gents, I guess in that case, I'm gonna leave it there for today. I'm really happy with where we're currently at. We have a lot of mining to do, but we'll get a lot of resources from this as well, which I think is going to be good. We could maybe clear the ground of some resources too, but we'll do that eventually. Blacksmith level 2 has been achieved. Daily update. We are losing food. We have the net worth, but I feel like we're losing food. I feel like my cook might not be working all that efficiently. Maybe we need another one. I don't know. I feel like he's not working all that efficiently, and I feel like it's kind of annoying me. I also feel like I kind of want to get rid of those 2 chests. So undeploy and undeploy. Because I feel like it'd be a really good idea to let people walk through the middle bit here so they don't have to go the whole way around. That might make them just a little bit quicker. We'll certainly see. So those are now undeployed. Yeah, I feel like that could make just this building a little bit more efficient, a little bit quicker. We'll certainly see either way. But yeah, ladies and gents, I am going to leave it there for today. So thank you kind of for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.